If you are starting today, which platform will make you more money faster between Instagram, TikTok, and then YouTube? But wait, you are also answering yourself this question, and that's why you came to watch this video. And that's why by the end of this video, you actually decide whether you'll be on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram. Why? Because all these three platforms actually have their benefits and differences. So if you are someone who is looking for how to make money and looking for which of them will make you more money faster, then this is the right video for you.
It's about to go down.
Now down to the general overview of these three platforms. Firstly, let's take Instagram. Instagram is a great platform for community building and then getting branded deals. Like basically on Instagram, once you get a few followers, you can easily get sponsorship deals without having to work your ass out. And secondly is simply TikTok. TikTok is a great platform when it comes to chasing virality. If your main aim is to go viral within a short period of time, TikTok is the strongest power place. Now for YouTube itself, YouTube is more of the long-term picture platform. So if your main aim is to grow on the long term and make money on the long term and make way more money on the long term, then basically YouTube will be your best platform on here. So guys, this is basically the overview of these three platforms. Now let's talk about how each of these platforms actually pays their creators. Now firstly, let's pick Instagram. Instagram doesn't have a well-structured ad revenue system for its creators, and even the little one it has is actually limited to some regions. So basically, those people you see that post a lot of reels on Instagram, they don't get paid by steady on display ads like we do on every other platform. How Instagram actually pays its creator is simple. Once they see that you're putting a lot of effort into your content and then you are being consistent, then maybe they might wake up one morning and be like, okay, Mr. So and so, you've tried for us. Here's a little compensation for the content you create on this platform. And this is basically how they compensate their creators. However, this compensation is also limited, which means that it's not global. It's specific to some regions alone. That's why you might have 1 million followers on Instagram with a lot of views and still not getting any compensation. Basically means your region is not supported to those they actually compensate. And this doesn't mean that Instagram is a bad platform. Instagram actually has other great ways of making money, such as brand sponsorship, which is very easy to get with Instagram once you have a reasonable followers, and then making affiliate sales. Like basically when it comes to making affiliate sales, Instagram is one of the strongest powerhouses at this game. And finally, if you are someone who sells digital products, Instagram even make it way easier. That's why I see most influencers actually start their journeys on Instagram, mostly those that have online courses to sell, mentorship to promote, or all these other things to actually promote. They use Instagram because it's easier to make sales with Instagram. Now down to the next platform, which is TikTok. How TikTok pays its creator is simple. TikTok have what they call the creators fund system, whereby they actually pay through ads displayed on your videos. However, even this one is limited to some particular regions as well, which means that even if you have 1 billion followers on TikTok and you're not from these regions that actually support this payment, you are not going to get paid a dime. So basically how most creators from regions that are not supported make money from TikTok is simple. One of them is simply gift on live. So basically a lot of people live stream on TikTok their whole day. So when they live stream, their fans that are really interested into them and really support their hustle actually donate some flowers, some stuff to them, which actually they convert to some money and then withdraw at the end of the month. So in order to make reasonable amount of money with this gifting option, then you need to have millions of followers that actively follow your live streams. Note, you can't be gifted on already uploaded videos. You are only gifted on your live streams. Now apart from this, other ways that you can actually use to make money off TikTok also support things like sponsorship deals, and then it's one of the strongest affiliate powerhouses as well with their new TikTok marketplace. Now this leads us to the final one, which is the boss itself, YouTube. Now when it comes to YouTube have one of the strongest ad revenue system. Like basically, if you're able to actively pull thousands of views on YouTube, then making money with their ad revenue system is simple. However, YouTube monetization is also not limited to ad revenue alone. If you work on the long-term picture, there are other great ways you can make money from YouTube, such as the membership option. YouTube actually have a membership option whereby people pay to watch your content. Now, on this channel, I personally don't have a membership option. If I had it before, if you go to my profile tab, you see the membership option there, where you can basically subscribe and then only you get access to a particular content that I send to that membership, meaning I can create some sort of content and I'll put it only on that part. I won't send it to my general channel, which means that people on my general channel will not see those videos. Only people who have paid for my membership subscription will actually get to see that video as well. So now guys, let's talk of speed up monetization. And when it comes to speed up monetization, TikTok actually leads the line. because all you need to get monetized on TikTok is about 10,000 followers, and getting 10,000 followers on TikTok is not a big deal, provided that you are dedicated and you are publishing the right content that the platform actually desire to grow. Then trust me, growing on TikTok is very easy. However, the payout on TikTok is way low as compared to any other platform. This TikTok monetization is limited to countries like the United States, United Kingdom, Brazil, France, and there's some other few countries. So if you don't find yourself within this region, I will need you to check your account and see if you have the creator reward program. If you don't have it on your profile, then I'm sorry, you can't get monetized even if you have 10,000 followers. You have to utilize the other options that I discussed in the previous section. And secondly on our list is actually Instagram. Instagram is also very easy to get monetized. With just 1,000 followers upward, you can start making money off Instagram through branded sponsorship. However, for you to get monetized on Instagram, what you actually need to create is simply, you don't have to create random form of content, you have to create branded content. What I mean by branded content is basically your content should be niche focused. You should pick, that's why I see that when you come over to Instagram, you see profiles like beauty, fashion, and this, or you can't come over to Instagram and I'll be posting about the kind of tutorials I'm doing or doing some random stuff. Instagram in particular is more of those beauty and those niches focus. If you are able to pick a particular niche and then create content that focuses on that niche alone, then getting you paid on Instagram becomes very easy. Like once you get 1,000 followers, big brands will be reaching out to you for you to actually give shout out to them, and it's as simple as that. So basically on Instagram it's easy, just get 1,000 followers that are actively engaging with your content and you are good to start making money with Instagram. Now finally is simply YouTube. Now the truth is that YouTube is the slowest to get monetized, because to get monetized on YouTube you need 1,000 subscribers and at the same time you need 4,000 watch hours. Now getting the subscribers is not really a big deal, but you see getting those watch hours, that's where the main problem is on YouTube. But the truth still remains, when you get monetized on YouTube, you have a higher chance of making way more money as compared to Instagram and TikTok combined. Like if you have 10,000 followers on, let me say you have 20,000 followers on Instagram, 20,000 followers on TikTok, 20,000 followers on YouTube, and each of these followers are giving you active engagement the same rate, then trust me, you will make times 10 to times 50 of whatever thing any other platform will pay you combined on YouTube alone. So basically YouTube is very slow to get monetized, but then once you get monetized and you start seeing money on YouTube, there is no end to that money line anymore, because YouTube pays way more for every single, like YouTube look at your effort and be like, man, you work a lot and you deserve this, have it. That is basically how YouTube is. But then it's difficult to get to the monetization stage. So guys, this is basically about everything you need to know about how this platform actually get you monetized, how fast it is to get monetized, and how you actually get paid on these platforms. Now let's take a look at the pros and cons of each of these platforms, which is very important. Now when it comes to pros and cons of this platform, it's basically simple. Instagram, fastest brand deals, but weaker direct payout, meaning it's fast to get monetized on Instagram, but the payout is very weak when it comes to directly from the platform. So if you don't get sponsorship deals on Instagram, then I'm sorry, making money is very hard. And to make money on Instagram, you need external bodies to actually support you. And secondly is TikTok. Even if you live in a country where TikTok ad revenue is actually allowed, you are actually making money through the ad revenue, it's very easy to get a lot of views, but then the pay-per-view is very low. So you can get 1 million views on TikTok and not in up to $1,000. But on YouTube here, all I need to make $1,000 is about 10,000 views upward. I'll make $1,000 easily. And YouTube, the pros and cons of YouTube is simple. YouTube is very hard to grow, which is the cons of it. But then the pro of it is basically you get paid way more when you finally reach the monetization requirement. So these are the pros and cons of this platform, and I believe you are gradually deciding on where you can actually fall into at the end of the day. Now, time for my verdict.
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Now here's it. If your main goal is to start making money very fast, I mean really fast, then go with TikTok and Instagram combined. Those two platforms combined will make you a lot of money very fast. However, if your main target is the long-term picture, you are building a long-term goal and not after a short-term payment, then going with YouTube will be the best option for you, because YouTube you can easily grow on the long term. But if you want my final verdict on my final decision on what I will personally do, I will say take all three platforms at a go. The same video you post on TikTok, post it on YouTube, post it on Instagram. The same video you post on Instagram, post it across all of these platforms. And trust me, while those platforms are making you fast money on the side, YouTube will also be growing gradually. So by the time you start getting a lot of money from those platforms, you can invest it into YouTube, and then YouTube will start paying you back when it finally matures as well. Now, the big mistake I made when I got started with my YouTube channel was that I was fully vested on YouTube, that I left every other platform. Like, I wasn't paying a single attention to my Instagram or TikTok. And honestly speaking, I'm not regretting it, because imagine I now have almost 24,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, but I barely have 1,000 subscribers on TikTok and then Facebook, because it's now that I'm growing those platforms. So basically what I'm trying to say is that for me, I would tell you to take all of the 3 platforms at the same time. However, pick Instagram and TikTok as your main focus at the main time if your main goal is fast money. But if your main goal is making money on the long term, then I would say YouTube should be your main focus. But at the end of the day, pick all 3 of them at a go and distribute same content across all of them. So guys, see you in my next video. This is basically all I have for you. Let me know which platform you actually want to use down in the comment section, and see you back there.